Alright, hello, welcome back. This is Spider-Man again, and we are doing the fashion show. We're going to look at different spider outfits. I'm on the helipad atop of the Avengers Tower. You can see an airplane in the background. Lovely detail in this game. And I'll explain a little bit about each of the outfits. We're going to be ignoring the police scanner. And, yeah, just a few little details. We're starting with this, this is the cover art Spider-Man outfit, or it's been commonly called the Insomniac Spider-Man outfit. It's unique to this game. There's a few designs that are unique to this game. It's pretty good. They made it more, patriotic, I suppose you'd call it. It's red, white, and blue. It actually looks to me closer to the British flag than the American flag, but yeah, I probably shouldn't say that. He's American. Anyway, it's pretty cool design. Not my personal favorite, but it's not bad. Here, let me turn him around so you can get a good view of the back there. Yeah, looking good, looking good. So let's take a look at the other suits. So this is the original Spider-Man suit, but beat up. So this is what you're wearing after, just after the first fight. Your suit gets a little bit torn, beat up. But it's pretty much the traditional Spider-Man suit from the comics. And you can also unlock the untorn up suit. It's pretty much the same. There's nothing really big or unique about it. It's original Stan Lee design, or Steve Ditko, I suppose, would be the person who initially drew it. So Steve Ditko and Stan Lee from the Stan Lee era when he was created. So pretty fun, pretty cool. Look at so many things to click. Now this is from the Noir, and I really like this outfit mainly because I liked the Noir levels in Shattered Dimensions. Because of that, I checked out the Noir comic books. I didn't enjoy them nearly as much, or the Spider-Man Noir. I didn't enjoy nearly as much, but I think it's a pretty cool outfit. The face mask looks a little bit off to me, but it's pretty cool. It's a leather jacket. You got sleeves torn off and shirt underneath. Let's see if we can get a good shot of... Yep, as you can see at his waist, he does actually have a gun. Let's move a little bit down. Okay, so you can see the gun right there, which I thought was a nice touch, because Noir is one of the few Spider-Man that actually did carry a gun in the comics, so it was really kind of a cool thing. Cool addition to have. Oh, hey, he's carrying a gun. You can't use it, or you don't get a bonus or anything for it, but he does have a gun. So, pretty cool looking outfit, I thought. So this is Ben Reilly outfit. Ben Reilly was a clone of Spider-Man. He became the Scarlet Spider wearing more or less this outfit. I want to say he was in the Clone Saga, but there's been so many clone storylines, I'm not entirely sure if it was the Clone Saga or another clone, or another saga. But yeah, it's a pretty cool looking. I always kind of liked it because it's kind of what somebody would throw together. But one thing I noticed about the game is if you look at like the suit underneath it's very high-tech looking, which, you know, is a little bit off for me because I always thought his stuff was less high-tech than the traditional Spider-Man costume was. But each their own. It's still a pretty cool looking costume. So we can go to this spider armor. So I don't know too much about where the spider armor actually comes from. I know he got several spider armor suits. I think for over several different storylines he did it. It's a pretty cool looking armored suit. This actually, it's not my favorite, but it's not really that bad either. It's pretty cool looking. It's almost like he's riding a motorcycle. It's an outfit you'd wear to go to like motocross. Yeah. Well, that's just my initial impression. So we've got Secret Wars. So Secret Wars. If I remember, I believe this one was part of Spider-Man was part of a strike force put together by Nick Fury to invade Latveria. I believe that it was Latveria. I believe it was Doctor Doom's country. and then they had their memory erased afterwards. If I'm remembering correctly, it's been a while since I've seen it. It's kind of an interesting looking suit. It's meant to be... Here, let's turn him around so you can see his back. It's meant to be more, like, infiltration, spy type looking, almost but not quite camouflage, so you know exactly who it is, but you don't always have to do that. Yeah, that O just seems to get in the way no matter what angle I put it at. That's better. We'll do that. So, not my favorite, but not a bad suit. You'll hear a lot of this one. So, this is the Homecoming suit, or they use this suit also in Civil War, the movie Civil War. Not my favorite. I have a couple reasons. I'll get to the second reason at a later suit because I have the same objection to that suit. This one, it's not bad, but it seems kind of boring to me. It just, it doesn't seem to have the old school appeal of the original suit, but it doesn't seem to really do anything new beyond the original suit. Just, slightly different colors. It just, yeah. I wouldn't wear this one because it just seems a little boring to me. So, Mr. Negative. I think this is the Mr. Negative suit, or the Negative Spider suit. It's let's see if I can get him. Yep, stand normal. I think this is unique to this game. I'm not sure I've ever seen him wear the suit in anything else. It's essentially if they took all the negative energy of Mr. Negative and put it into the Spider-Man, he would look a bit like this. It's pretty cool looking. It's like a negative on a frame. I kind of like how the energy flows through it, as you can see. I think that's the best part of this personal suit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool looking suit. So, let's see. This is the anti-electro suit, I believe. Yeah, it is. He put together a suit that would be completely non-conductive of electricity to face off against Electro in... I want to say in the 80s or 90s is when he put together this suit initially, but I could be wrong on that. But it's a pretty cool looking suit. It definitely looks cooler than the... you can actually find these in the game too, but in the initial comics he used electrician's gloves when he fought Electro, and then he later... made all of his suits non-conductive, so that he wouldn't get fried by Electro like he did initially. Yeah, but it's not a bad looking suit. It's pretty cool looking. So, continue on. Yes, Spider-Punk. I want to say it's Hobby Brown is the name of this character. I believe he initially appeared in the Spider-Verse series, which was an interesting concept. I never really cared for the name. And I believe he's supposed to be from the 1980s, a punk rocker from the 1980s, and he put together the suit after he'd felt spider powers. Take a look at the back. There's kind of like a interesting symbol on the back. It's meant to be all, punky and tough and so on. I'm not a big fan of punk, so maybe I'm wrong on this, but it seems like it's overly... bright colors. The traditional Spider-Man colors are a little too bright for a punk rocker suit. I could be wrong on thinking that one, but yeah, this is one of those suits that I put down as kind of silly suit, but doesn't quite have the appeal of, say, the Bagman suit would, which I'm still hoping Bagman will appear in a DLC, sorry. Brain just went way off base right there, but yeah. And if it does, we'll show the DLC suits as they appear. But regardless, it's kind of silly suit and not one I would normally wear. So, another one that looks kind of silly, but it's actually fairly serious. This is his original wrestling costume from the comics. This is the suit he was wearing when he stopped being, a teenager with superpowers and became, Spider-Man. He learned the great responsibility thing. Got kind of a small spider on the back. It's not bad looking. I could see a professional wrestler wearing, maybe not exactly this, but similar enough. So, pretty interesting history with that one. So this is the Fear Itself suit, which I really, really meant to look up. I cannot remember where this suit came from. I do apologize for that. You could probably look it up yourself. It's called the Fear Itself suit. Pretty cool looking. It reminds me a bit of the Mr. Negative suit, but more. It's very Tron. Yeah, it's a very Tron looking suit. So pretty cool. You know, it doesn't. At least for me, looking at the normal New York City, as you can see, it doesn't quite fit, doesn't quite work. But if it was like in a Tron City, or actually, yeah, it probably would work a lot better at night. So might come back and take a look at that at night and put it on video, see if that works better. But yeah, it's a pretty cool looking suit. But like, yeah, it would work well in Tron. And as would this one, actually. I think this would be a good Tron suit too. This is actually, I've completely forgotten the name. This is the Stealth Big Time suit, which it was designed to be especially stealthy, was how it was initially used. It's another one that would look good in Tron. I'm not entirely sure how glowing green neon would work with the stealth, but there you go. What can you do with it? I do like that one. That's one I wouldn't wear a bit of. Ah, yes, one of my least favorite. This is that atrocious white spider wasn't enough. So I've had repeated sightings of him. Wait, he's talking about different spider suits. Rock-inspired thing that makes sane people want to tear out their eyeballs with a rusty spoon. Now, let me put that one back on, the punk rocker outfit, which, you know, I hate to say it, I'm agreeing with Jameson on this. For the birth of punk rock, and I did not care for it then. It's a flagrant declaration of
let's tear out our eyes.
And if Spider-Man is going down that route, oh no, I just had a terrifying thought. What if this isn't the Spider-Man we know, but some sort of metal mohawk-wearing copycat? What if there's more than one? Jared, go to break. I need to lie down.
Yeah, those are always entertaining, but yeah, pretty much agree with everything Jameson just said about that, the punk rocker suit. Anyway, we'll get back to this Spider Armor Mark III. Like I said, I can't remember why all the Spider Armor. This one, it's a little too bulky for my tastes. Let's take a better look at the back so you can see how that looks. And I seem to recall it was a little too bulky for Spider-Man, that he fairly quickly changed out of it because it affected how he his spider powers. He couldn't do his powers as well. He wasn't as agile or as fast in it. But it did, protect him a bit better. So it's a bit like wearing, full body armor or something like that. It protects you, but it's bulky and it weighs you down. So yeah, not my personal favorite. We'll just go with that. Ah, yes. Now this is one of my favorites, just because it's like my third favorite series. This is Spider-Man 2099 outfit worn by Miguel O'Hara in the future. It's just such an awesome looking costume. You've got the spider skull on the front of it. You've got it just looks really, really cool. It's also pretty much indestructible too. It's made from unstable molecules, is what it's called. I really enjoyed this outfit. This is one of the costumes that you get on a side mission. Basically the Tombstone side mission. Once you defeat Tombstone, you unlock this outfit. Really cool, really great outfit. It's just one of my all-time favorite Spider-Man outfits. Looks really cool. Highly recommend it, just because it's awesome looking. Okay, and yeah, I'm actually gonna go to change up the suit power on this one too, just to show you what the suit power is. But first off, not my personal. It's kind of cool looking, and it was in the recent Infinity War movies. This is the Iron Spider outfit. So I have the same objection to this one as I do to the previous Spider-Man, the Homecoming and the Civil War suit, which is Spider-Man designs his costumes, he builds them, he's really very good technically. Those last two suits were created by Tony Stark, and they seem, it just seems to kind of take away from the Spider-Man. just from who Spider-Man is. That's really the biggest objection I have to both these costumes. I'm going to show you the power that comes with this suit, too, which is these, so you can, you know, do these fighting stuff like that. Now, not that there's anything wrong with this fighting or having these things out. I'm going to see if I can stand normally while wearing them. Not really, no. Oh, there we go. It just reminds me a little too much of Superior Spider-Man, which, in all fairness, I haven't read all of Superior Spider-Man. I've just seen the images of him with the additional arms out. So, the one I've read of some of it, but the ones I read didn't have the initial arms. So I'm just presuming he gets initial arms based on all the pictures I've seen of him. So and nothing wrong with Superior Spider-Man. It's just not, yeah, he's just not appropriate for this game, shall we say, and leave it at that. But still, cool suit, cool abilities. Just not my thing. Got to be yourself, right? So. This is another... Oh, this is the Velocity suit. I was confusing the other suit with the Velocity suit. The power it comes with it makes you go really fast. I actually kind of like the back of it. I think it looks really cool. Although it feels slightly more Scorpion to me than Spidery. I mean, they're both arachnids, so... But yeah, it's just pretty cool looking. I don't remember the storyline where he initially used this, but... Pretty cool. By the way, you can unlock pretty much all of these suits except for some of the ones I'm going to specify can be unlocked just as you continue with the storyline. So this is another spider armor. I would actually like this one a lot more. It's like a shiny version of the normal suit, which I actually like, except for the symbol on his chest. The green around it just kind of ruins it for me. I remember when they put this in the comics, it was the all new Spider-Man or brand new Spider, something like that, and you can see the green there quite clearly. And it just the symbol with the green around it just looks wrong to me. It's like this isn't my father's Spider-Man. So. Okay, now this is one, I tried to look up the history of this one, and I couldn't find the history. I kept finding either references to the Ghost Spider, which is what they're calling Spider-Gwen, and to another white-suited Ghost Spider, but without the flaming skull, so I don't know if that's the same thing or not. If I'm remembering correctly, an alternate version of Peter Parker invented a machine which allowed him to drain, which made him stronger, but what it was doing was draining the power from other alternate versions of Spider-Man. And he was so filled with guilt, he turned the machine on himself and ended up like this with the flaming skull and stuff like that. I always feel like it's kind of, well, the obvious comparison is with Ghost Rider and his flaming skull. So it's like, what if they combine Ghost Rider with Spider-Man? Yeah. So it's not bad looking suit. I actually kind of like the suit. Let me show the back here. Kind of like the suit. Don't really like how that spider looks on the back. He looks kind of like a crushed spider on the back. Flaming Skull is just a little too over the top for me. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, when I saw the white part of the suit, I was hoping, ooh, Future Foundation, but maybe that will be in a DLC later on too. So, but anyway, cool looking suit except for the back there, like I said, and the flaming skull part of it. So, live and learn. Each their own. Each their own. This is another Miguel O'Hara Spider-Man suit. It's his alternate one they did when they relaunched the 2099 series. Let's take a look at the back there. The biggest disadvantage to this particular suit, for me personally, is that it doesn't look nearly as cool as the other Spider-Man 2099 suit. Which, I can understand them wanting to spread out and do different ones, but yeah, it just... I'm not going to wear it because I have the other 2099 suit, and that one looks way, way better than this one. You kind of got a skull spider on the front, but then you look at another angle, it's like, could be lightning. It kind of reminds me of the Hydra symbol. I'm probably just nitpicking at this point, but it just, yeah, not as good as the other 2099 suit. That's my full assessment on that. All right, so this is kind of a cool looking suit. This is the comic book. It's designed to look like Spider-Man from the comic books, so you can see kind of the shading and stuff on him when you move it around, stuff like that. This is really good. There's a photo mode, and you can actually I'm not going to pull it up now, but you can add like comic book covers and stuff on top of it, and it's just really cool. This is the best suit to do that with because it looks so much like that. So, yep, really a cool suit to have. So, that one's well worth it. Let's see. Yes, Last Stand suit. This is one of my favorite looking suits. I'll admit the mask looks a little weird with the rest of it, but I really like it. You've probably seen this in other videos of me wandering around with it. It's leather jacket. You got jeans, leather jacket. It's just a cool looking suit. The story behind it isn't nearly as cool. It's known as Last Stand suit. It's comes from, I believe, a vision that Spider-Man was shown of a potential future, where basically Spider-Man becomes an anti-hero, kills a few people, and as a result of his actions, basically a lot of his life is ruined because of all the horrible stuff that has happened. And it's known as Last Stand because when we meet up with this Spider-Man, he basically is about to make his last stand against the police. And that's the one where he gets killed in. Instead of turning himself over to police, he fights them and it ends up dying. So it's kind of, it's not the best, storyline-wise, but just for a cool-looking suit, I really like it. And they did a good job with, like, the leather jacket aspect of it. It's just cool-looking with a, dark storyline behind it. I like it anyway. So, yes, this suit. Okay, I just have to say this. Somebody, somewhere, somebody on the design team, pretty much used the phrase for the ladies when designing this suit. I believe this is unique to this game. It actually comes as part of the storyline in the game. The coolest thing about this suit, at least from my own personal viewpoint, is that we discover that Spider-Man does indeed wear Spider-Man underwear. Moving on rather rapidly. We'll move on to this one. This is one of the unlockable suits as well. This is from Civil War, and he used it in Homecoming. It's the original movie throw-together Spider-Man suit. I never really cared for it. This is unlockable by collecting all the backpacks in the game. You unlock the suit. It's not bad per se, and it is what it's meant to be. Basically, something a kid would throw together who didn't have access to all the material and didn't have enough money to buy the other materials. Excuse me. My biggest objection is that it looks a little too much like the Ben Reilly suit. You've got the red on the blue, and here, let me just do it as a comparison. We'll pull that up right beside it. It feels like they based it off of that one, and not that it's a bad thing or anything like that. It just doesn't quite do it for me, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, just my opinion. This is the ESU suit. So basically, it's Spider-Man was doing his homework at college and didn't have enough time to get the full suit on when an emergency hit. This is also another secret unlockable one. It doesn't come with as part of the storyline. It's unlocked. Once you reach level 50, you unlock an ability that can be equipped to the suit, which alerts you on the mini-map there to secret I can't speak, photo locations throughout the game. And if you get all the photo locations in the game, you unlock this suit. Yeah, it's kind of a fun suit to have. Just it's Spider-Man casual. Yeah, we'll call it that. So, went the wrong way there. Not gonna talk too much about this suit. This is another one of the suits designed specifically for the game. It reminds me of that this big time stealth suit we showed earlier, except for it's yellow instead of green. And it's like a combination of that. They changed it from green to yellow, and it's a bit reminding of spider armor, especially around the legs. As you can see, there it's essentially a type of armor suit. So pretty cool looking suit. Not my personal favorite, but still pretty cool looking. And finally, we're going to get to the one that is one of my personal favorites. This is the dark suit. Not to be confused with the black suit. This is another one that's, I believe, unique to this game. I can't find a reference to it anywhere else. It's one of the special mission unlocks. You have to do all of the Black Cat side missions to unlock this suit. I think it's just pretty cool looking. It's you got the red on the black, which looks it's a really good look for him. Like there's a few suits that don't give you additional abilities. For getting them, this is one of them. But it's a cool looking suit. So anyway, let's head on up here to the top here. Do some perching. Okay, do some perching up top here. And yeah, looking out over my city from one of the tallest points in the game. That's another thing I like. I like how the red kind of looks when he's crouched like that. Anyway, that's a quick look at the different suits so far released in the game. When the DLCs are released and we get the new suits from that, I will be back and showing you probably some of the DLCs and some of the new suits. Like and subscribe if you like this. Tell me which suits you thought were really good, which ones you didn't like, and really why. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.